Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr., and we are back with some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Yeah, it's Harrigan the Fetishist, Halfling Artificer of Gozag. And yeah, that last video was relatively short, so I felt like recording another one. And we had just made our way through the Abyss, right? Relatively painlessly. We had a couple of, jukes there where we thought we were going to get somewhere, but then it was just dead end, teleported away, but it ended up being fine in the end. And now we have 5 runes to our name, which is plenty. So that's pretty cool. First thing I want to do in this video is go and take a look again at this Akashic record. You know, I'd like to see how well we're going to be able to cast these spells, theoretically, and I think what I'm going to do is just quaff one of those potions of restore abilities now that I got 2. 4 intelligence is a relatively substantial amount. I don't know, I just need to clear my mind for a second coming out of the Abyss. So there you go, back up to our intelligence 29, which is pretty neat. Let's see what our benchmark is for learning these high-level translocation spells right now. So if I were to pick up the Akashic record, by the way, which is the last and greatest work of the Warper Galubria, detailing the most powerful translocation spells in existence. It is notoriously difficult to track down and understand, as copies of the book and their contents have a tendency to shift between planes at a moment's notice. Wow, I'm glad I funded him I funded him into existence there with the help of Gozag. It's pretty lucky of us, I suppose. Galubria is like our role model here. He's the best warper of all time. He's like the Michael Jordan of warping. And, okay, we have a bunch of good spells. I'd like to see what our percentages on those are. So, yeah, we can cast Dispersal, no problem. Level 6, no problem. Controlled Blink, 1%, no problem. Malign Gateway is unlikely, 89%. But we don't want to cast that anyway. If it were Benign Gateway, yeah, go nuts. Even a level 8 spell, level 8 Disjunction, is pretty castable. Singularity is still way up there. Man, level 9 is just, it's a whole nother level. Getting up to those level 9 spells is definitely quite the peak of spellcasting ability. But we'll get there. And I mean, the fact that we can do level 8, we could theoretically learn level 8. That is pretty cool to me. So I say we buy this book. We're going to do it eventually. Let's buy it. Take it off your hands. Akashic Records. Yes, and we're going to be poor. We were practically up to being a tycoon again, but it's okay. Now, this is important to us. Yeah, you can just leave it here. I kind of like this nice little commercial strip mall type area that we set up around the Abyss. You know, this place used to just be a dingy old portal. Now it's like a bustling district. You know, all thanks to Gozag and our entrepreneurship here. So, and yeah, I'll just leave the Akashic record here for people to read. It's my benevolent sort of philanthropy here. I'm going to open up a Akashic library. Anybody can come by and read all the secrets of Galubria if you want, because I feel like that's an important aspect of society. Spread the good word about translocations. So which one of these spells are we going to learn? Well, first of all, we only have 4 spell levels left. So a better question is, what are we going to forget? We could forget Teleport Other. That would clear up enough to learn Controlled Blink. That seems like a pretty cool option to me. I mean, Controlled Blink is like the classic spell you want to learn. On the other hand, Disjunction or Dispersal are both pretty cool too. I've never really cast Disjunction. To be honest, I never really got that far. What's the hunger like on these? Let me see. What's the hunger on Controlled Blink? Well, yeah, theoretically. Hunger is not bad on that one. Probably max on Disjunction. Yeah, max on Singularity for sure. So I say we pick up Controlled Blink, or Dispersal is really nice too. Just because there's a lot of parts of the game where Controlled Blink doesn't work. Dispersal sort of fulfills a different role. Like you're standing on a staircase and you'd rather blink people away from you. So I'm really not sure right now what we go. I mean, we're also going to need these spell levels for higher level spells eventually too. We really need to get our spell casting up a lot more. Maybe it's time to like make some cuts here. I really wanted to get my evocations up past 21 just to be able to, you know, get that title. I'm really sort of tired of beating a fetishist. It's not really like a dignified title for us. But on the other hand, I don't know. My skills are probably fine. I just do want to get my spellcasting up a lot more to get those spell levels. I guess it'll happen sort of organically We can forget a few more. Like, we can forget probably Suns for it. We can forget... Should we just forget Gel's Gravitas? Should we be realistic here? And I'd hate to do it. I like having Gel's Gravitas, but... what else? What else could we forget theoretically? Summon Forest might still be a pretty good weapon for us. Warp Weapon has taken up a few spell levels, but I mean, we really like that now. Teleport Other. I feel like I should get rid of Teleport Other at least. And replace it with Dispersal. So, alright, new plan. Amnesia, yeah, there's one of them right here. We'll go and buy it for $70. We're in a spending mood. Spending all of our money here. We're spending all of our bribe fund. We can't even afford 2 bribes. Well, we could afford 2 bribes now. Let's buy this Amnesia. Yep. Put it outside for me, thanks. Pick it up. Read it. Forget Teleport Other. Yes. We could just forget Corona too at some point. We can forget a few of these spells. We could forget Corona. We could forget Mephitic Cloud probably pretty soon. I mean, it could continue to be useful though through Zot and elsewhere. So let's get rid of Teleport Other. Pick this back up. Go back to Dispersal. Yeah, the Akashic Records. Go back here, kill the Centaur Warrior on the way. Very hungry. Man, that's maybe was not the best plan of events. Maybe I should have taken the Akashic Record with me. But here it is. Okay. We will now memorize... And Controlled Blink is pretty much a classy spell, though. If we're going to go through Pandemonium... Alright, so here's another thought. Controlled Blink is going to be very useful for a certain subset of the game coming up very soon. Pandemonium, Zot, those are still places where Controlled Blink is universally helpful. Not through parts of Tomb as well, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. I really sort of want to see Disjunction, too. I've never been able to cast Disjunction. That's a little dangerous, though. Controlled Blink is a more boring spell, so let's go with Dispersal. Yeah, we're going to do Dispersal. I feel like that's a more chaotic, more fun spell. Let's just go with that. We'll leave the Akashic Record here. Where is it? Oh, it's still on the ground. Fine, we'll eat bread ration, and then we'll be on our way. Cool. Alright, feel a little poor. We should definitely go through a little bit more of the game before we consider go through hell, because I want to get my bribe fund up. I don't even know if we're going to go through 15 runes, because we sort of want to bribe all those places that we're going to get the hell runes for. So let's just head down into Zot right now, I feel like is the next most reasonable thing to do. We got plenty of runes to go in, we got plenty of fire resistance. Got everything you would need. Here we go, okay, wow. We insert the Abyssal Rune into the lock glows eerily. We insert the Silver Rune into the lock. Heavy smoke blows from the lock. And with a loud hiss, the gate opens wide. Now that's interesting. Alright, I inserted the Abyssal Rune into the lock and it flashed a certain color. Now, I had the theory before that you insert the rune and whichever color whatever color the rune flashes when you pick it up, that's the color that will flash if you insert that rune into the lock. But I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not sure if the Abyssal Rune flashes a random color or something, so I'm not sure if that actually counts as a data point. I did actually look at a couple of my previous videos, and I do think that that's true, so I think that is pretty cool. Okay, gate opening wide. Yeah, if that is true, I'm pretty proud of myself for noticing that, because that's like, you know, it's not easy to get a pattern recognition across that long time span, right? It's a lot easier to make pattern recognition when it's like a bunch of data points right in a row. That's like Neurology 101. Not just pat myself in the back or anything. Go, invisible. Try to stab these things. Oh, wow, he tried to hellfire me, but he hit himself instead. That's pretty funny. Why don't you do that a couple more times? I could try to just, like, throw up a Mephitic Cloud as well. Let's do that. Let's throw up Mephitic Clouds here. And Mephitic Clouds, like, here. And then we'll generally just, like, walk around. Yeah, see, being invisible, this is Rod of Shadows doing its thing. Or Ring of Shadows, rather. We got the Ring of Shadows, we got the Rod of Shadows. We just got shadows, you know, every which way. Still invisible. This thing lasts for a while. I mean, I guess that's our evocations doing its job. I knew we were training that for a reason. Let's get up some more confusion gas. Just to make the job even easier. Death cob destroyed. I didn't even notice these death cobs because they look like food. They better not change the glyph for death cobs. I'll be very upset. They probably will. They'll say, oh, well, oh, and he's berserk. Oh, no, the Moth Rat did actually get him. Why don't you go berserk, though, and then you don't have to be a concern. Too much anymore? No, okay, there we go. We're done here. We're done. Oh, yeah, my quick blade of flaming. I was going to say I had my quick blade of freezing was going to be okay against those draconians. But not anymore. It's a quick blade of flaming. Oh, well. We'll just continue to go invisible. Evoke invisible and then just throw up the confusion gas. I don't think these guys stand a chance. Look, none of these guys can see invisible, not even the good ones. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel here, you know? Invisibility is very good for certain parts of the game. You're very glad that you have invisibility for a few parts of the game. It's surprisingly limited in its uses. You know, invisibility is not like the most amazing thing in the game. It was pretty cool with our vampire game when we could go hungerless and just cast invisibility like all the time. But it is pretty cost prohibitive, and a lot of things can see invisible. But things that can't see invisible, you can just wreck them. Like you see those draconians. The draconians didn't stand a chance, and that's supposed to be like the army of Zod. You know, I'm not impressed. I'm not going to waste $3,000 bribing these guys because they're chumps. They're chumps that can't even see invisible. I mean, at least the Vault Guards can see invisible. You know, I got some respect for that. I'm willing to pay for that. But I'm not going to pay for these half-dragon abominations. I'm not racist against draconians, I swear. Okay, we could go invisible again, but I feel like we don't have to. Let's just throw up buffs. Buff, buff, buff. Yeah, we'll devour that Death Cob and a Tear in Reality. And everything will just be right with the world. Airstrike a couple of times, maybe. Warp Weapon is still doing its thing. And that's why we wanted to maybe make sure that... Oh, another book. We wanted to make sure that we cleared out the Abyss first, because we're sending all sorts of stuff in there. It's going to be a party in the Abyss. The Abyss is going to be like, wow, what's with the immigration? Book of Changes. Nah, that's all transmutation stuff. Nope. Take the ring of Shaolin, even though we never put it on. I just like carrying around these unrand arts. They're pretty cool. Does this one blink in any cool colors? Yeah, it does. It blinks green and green. Very sort of natural looking, or perhaps it's like a glimmering jade color. Yes, it's a jade ring that gives its wearer an uncanny knowledge of one's body, allowing for impressive feats of dexterity. Indeed, wow, well, that's a pretty good pitch there. Pretty good sell. I sort of want to put that on. We are going kind of hungry from being invisible so often, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. Put on our buffs, and yeah, I think with our buffs, we can take a Tentacle Monstrosity, we can take a Golden Dragon. Because even if he does constrict us, what are you going to do? You're going to get blinked away in a second. We could always cast Dispersal and blink him away if we really had to. And you're eventually just going to get torn by a Tear in Reality. There's not much you can do to escape a Tear in Reality. Okay, well, it wore off. That's one thing you can do to escape it. But... cool. 6 scrolls of recharging. We're pretty good about that. Stun and Tremors? Nah. We got enough of those. Evocables? Whoa, what's going on in here? A bunch of dudes behind some glass. That's not ominous at all. Do you think they're truly spectators, or do you think they're going to rush out and attack us? Zot Trap. That's nasty. Okay, well, it's certainly inviting us to try. Oh, well, never mind. Invitation. They took the invitation. There's just waves and waves of guys. Okay, well, this is fine, I guess. Very hungry. We don't have repel missiles up. Let's just eat a quick bread ration. Pre-battle bread ration, just to make sure we're okay to go here. Efreet, yeah, let's just get rid of these guys. We don't want to go berserk necessarily unless we are doing it ourselves. Efreet can, yeah, let's put up our buffs and take them out. Efreet is almost dead. One more airstrike. We'll use, yeah, make him go confused if he's going to be a berserk Iron Troll. That's pretty annoying to deal with. He can get Oh, yeah, there's another Moth of Wrath. I'm glad I took him out. Now he's confused. Are you Berserk? No, he's just a fire giant. He just always looks like that. He always looks a little pissed off. But it's okay, because he's going to be dead pretty soon anyway. Okay, make sure we get our good buffs up. Buffs up. Gotta get all those buffs up. We could also consider going invisible. I feel like that's... I don't have enough magic to cast that spell. Well, what do you know about that? Well, then maybe I definitely should go invisible because... I don't know. Or maybe we should save it for the next warp weapon when that happens. This seems to be fine so far. We could also get out the Rod of Clouds. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, Devoured by Reality. It's not like we were lost very much health. Killed the Ogre. These guys can't actually get us. They're just aware of us. They're sort of being the audience right now. Audience nearby, but we can't get at them. Okay, so let's just back away here. Golden Dragon. Whoa. Okay. Whatever. Stone Giant. Fine. I'll get you. I'm gonna come get you. Yep. Kill the Stone Giant. You're gonna blink around. They just keep coming. This is not pleasant. Let's back away. We don't want to keep fighting in this open arena, at least. Yeah, if that guy is over there, he's gonna like cast airstrike at us. Yeah, that guy. I don't like that too much. I'd rather try to get him confused or something. Let's throw up a confusion here. I mean, it's not going to affect the golden... Oh, yeah, so that at least dealt with him. We blunk away a little bit. Blunk is not the right word, right? I say blunk all the time, but I'm sure it's actually blinked, right? I don't know. English is a strange language. I'm thinking like sink, sank, sunk, I guess, is my rationale for conjugating it that way. But it could be way off. Alright, well, Zot 1 is surprising us with a huge, huge death match here. It's just like, oh, you thought this was going to be easy? Nope. It's going to be a huge death match. Although, to be honest, we are more than capable of handling it. I haven't really felt in danger at any points so far. Have you? Write in and let me know. Okay, there's an electric golem. That's the time when you're glad you have side techs. Can these guys fly around? I don't know if they're flying, but maybe airstrike is still the best way to deal with them. Maybe not. Maybe let's get out the Rod of Clouds and sort of do it up that way. Acidic fog. I feel like that should... Acid counters electricity, maybe? I don't know. Acid conducts electricity pretty well. Maybe it'll disperse them or something. Let's get this out, and now we'll get this distortion going again. Put up our evasion. It does not seem to be affecting the electric golem, maybe a little bit. But you can't escape from distortion. Nothing in the universe can escape from distortion, because everything in the universe is affected by gravitational force. To the knowledge of science, right? I mean, so far as I know. Space and time and matter, energy, and pretty much everything is just basically warped by gravitation. That's why the warp weapon is truly powerful. You know, that's why gravity is a solid option if you're going to go for some sort of elemental magic. Now we're on flame again and using flame against a fire giant, but it speaks to our skill that we're still able to do quite a bit of damage there. It's a +9 quick blade. I think that's pretty good. We can attack really fast, if nothing else. Get in a bunch of turns before they even realize what's happening. Do that, maybe go invisible, but I don't think it's worth it. We go invisible against the monster Draconian packs, because believe it or not, some of those Draconians are a little bit on the tough side. Those Qs, the Zealots and stuff that throw Hellfire at you. Short blades going up. I think, yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of this stuff is probably higher than it has to be. Like, we've probably hit the break point for a quick blade a long time ago, but it's good to get that up for stab damage and things like that. And that's a lot of what we're doing here, is getting in these stabs, these sort of second-rate confusion stabs. It's much better when they're sleeping, but ooh, okay, we are getting a little bit hurt here. Whoa, hey, what about that? So I think this is actually a great time for dispersal. Let's do it. Disperse. That did something. A lot of them disappeared or blunk away. Yep, they definitely blunk. They didn't blink, they blunk. Whoa, no, somebody stepped in the Zot trap. Who stepped in the Zot trap? Did you do it? Alright, it's time for a controlled blink, or a semi-controlled blink. I'm going to cast N, and then blink in which direction? To the east. That's exactly what I wanted. Get out the rod of clouds, and yeah, set out some freezing vapors over that way. That'll do it, I think. Most of those are just like shadow creatures. Let's wait for them to tucker themselves out. But yeah, it's doing a lot of damage there. Okay, I don't like the fact that we are down to less than half health. But it's okay. It's all good. We'll just back off a little bit down here. That thing is summoned, right? I don't like the fact that it's still existing. Summoned. So, let's blink in a second. This is where controlled blink would have been nice. Controlled blink is always nice. I mean, seriously. Maybe we should have picked up controlled blink. I like that dispersal there. I thought that was pretty cool. And dispersal is just like a great get away from me now. Everybody just needs to get away from me right now. Alright. Yeah, why don't you guys warn your place a little bit. Fire giants should not be things that are bothering me right now. Right. Yeah, both of you guys can get somewhat confused. And killed pretty quick. Okay, there we go. And rest up. There's Titan. Titan disappears to somewhere. Who knows where? It's okay. I mean, you have to... It's just postponing it, I know. Blink away, blink away, blink away. Rod of Shadows. I summoned a Lich. That's really neat. I didn't know that I could do that. Okay. Cool. Lich, can you kill that thing? Let's summon one other thing. Oh, cool. It used an Iron Shot. Good job, Mr. Lich. That's amazing. Let's try to keep these guys around. Yeah. Kill this. Uh-oh. The Lich. What are you doing, Mr. Lich? This Lich is pretty cool, but he's opened up a portal to an Eldritch Tentacle. Is that safe? You sure about that? Is that going to be hostile to me? You got this under control, Lich? If so, you know, more power to you. Yeah, it's friendly. That's cool. I'm glad that that Lich has got that under control. That's pretty impressive, casting level 8 spells like that. Even though the Lich is gone, right? The Lich is gone, but the tentacle remains. Okay, well, that was a great gift that you gave me. I really like that. You know, he's like, I'm about to be disapparated pretty soon because my summoning timer is going down, but I can summon something else to keep the dream alive. And I respect that. What a cool Lich. Those Zot traps don't disappear once you step in them once. I really would have hoped that was the case. Maybe we should be avoiding fighting people out here then. Have we already killed most of the people? I don't know. We got a lot of gold. That was pretty cool. We're already backed up towards 8,000 gold. Maybe we can get up towards Tycoon again pretty soon. Not like that matters to me at all. You know, I don't care about titles, status symbols. Just kidding. We're all about that. Gozag knows that image is everything. Alright. Pick up an item here. Potion of Flight. Yeah, we don't need potions of flight. Anybody who said we should... Wait, what are we picking up? No, we don't want to pick up that Zot trap. What didn't we pick up? Potion of Flight, Wand of Flame. Alright, well, who cares? Couldn't have been that important. Get him, get him, get him. Perfect. We get pretty good stats with that Quick Blade. I don't know. This Quick Blade seems pretty fantastic. Just eat the beef jerky right now. Troll, yeah, okay, blinking around as usual. What else is new? Pretty good stab even on that Golden Dragon. Yeah, 3 exclamation point stab there. And here we go. Okay, just send him to the abyss. Why not? That gets the job done. See, it's going to happen eventually. Whoa, okay, so yeah, he's going to teleport away in a second. Yeah, he's going to try to torment us. It didn't do as much damage as I expected. Okay, he's going to disappear somewhere else. There he is. Is he flying? Can we like hit him with airstrike, 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 airstrike? Okay, that's worse than I thought. Dispersal. What's my dispersal? H? Blink, just blink? Okay, just blink. Don't want to get tormented anymore. Christo is tougher than I thought, and we... Oh, no. We ended up down here. Yikes. Okay, this is actually surprisingly bad. Controlled blink would be nice. I should have learned controlled blink. I was a fool. I got 7 scrolls of blinking. And a whole... let's just use the heal wounds, right? We got so many scrolls of recharging. We should use heal wounds. Okay, so that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that maybe that Kirsto would torment me and then the fire giant would throw a fireball and that would kill me right away. which might have happened. I think that was a legitimate concern. Let's try to step away from the Curse Toe. I think a blink is more likely to just get me more up in range of the Curse Toe. Yeah, can I just get away from that Curse Toe? I'm just going to jump around here, jump down here, go down here, whatever. Bring this Fire Giant with me. Alright, come on, Mr. Fire Giant. Let's just go over here. Okay, low hit point warning, but not that low. I've seen lower. Okay. Yeah, I mean, evasion is not going to help against fireballs. But we can kill this guy. Right. We've got RF+++. It's really not going to hurt that much. Yeah, okay, you're dead. You're going to die pretty soon as well, I hope. One hopes. Put up the shroud. Yeah. You disappear to somewhere. Who knows where. Go off blinking through reality. I don't care. Ice Dragon gets a couple of airstrikes. And that'll teach you to fly around. Think you're better than me just because you can fly around? I can fly around too, but I don't do it all the time because then people would airstrike me. It's just hubris, really. Here's a Titan. Okay. So throw up our buffs. Whoa. Titan hits me a lot. Titan disappears. Fine. That's what I wanted. Alright, let's get back up to full fighting form. There's a lot of dangerous things around here. Scroll of Holy Word. We didn't need it too much. Did I really drop my Scrolls of Holy Word? I guess I did, but it's not like I was really using them. I guess there's probably a stack of them somewhere that I dropped, and I can go get those before I go into Hell or Pan or something. It's a nice thing to have sometimes. Yep, you can go away. You can go away. You can get confused and then get killed. Or whatever, you know, eventually. There we go. Death Cob is nothing. Alright. I could go invisible against these guys, but it's not even worth it. There's not even enough of them. No Qs, no invisibility. There's a Q. It's just one, though. We can probably confuse him. Yeah, why go invisible? Oh, he blinks away. Let's get him with the airstrike while he's still sort of out of it. Yeah, now we got him. That's kind of cool. We can hit him with the distortion, and if they blink away out of range, just get him with the airstrike from basically anywhere. I mean, it's a good finisher. Here's a Golden Dragon. Okay, standard buffs. Airstrike a couple of times. Use that thing. Okay, this is fine. Yep, no problem. There's a Curse Toe again. So what do we do about that? I guess it's time for summoning. We'll try the Rod of Clouds. Oh, not the Rod of Clouds. What am I doing? The Rod of Shadows. I wanted to use the Rod of Shadows. Racked with Pain again. Just because I feel like he might try to summon his own things, and then maybe he'll just try to dispel them. Let's try not to die. Curse Toe, yeah, please don't rack me with pain anymore. I would really appreciate it if you didn't. Ice Dragon died, but the Curse Toe is so close to being dead, I feel like a couple more airstrikes ought to do it. Maybe one more airstrike. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Yaktor died. It's so close to death. I don't know. Is it worth it to do a heal wounds if he's just going to torment me again? I really want to kill this guy. Alright, heal wounds. Happened again. One more heal wounds. Okay, this is fine. I'm feeling relatively okay with just an airstrike. We got him. Okay, there we go. Possibly should have just done that airstrike to begin with. But I was trying to play a little bit safer. Okay. Stupid Curse Toe. Torment threats are going to be a problem. No. Quick Blade. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. I mean, honestly, we're just going to have to figure out how to deal with that going down into the worlds where Torment is going to be a very real threat. Pandemonium and Hell is where Torment is the real threat. So we haven't even begun to see the worst of it. Just tap through you. No buffs required. We'll just do it with our bare hands. Alright, so this has been sort of a eventful Zot 1 year, hasn't it? There's Titan. Take you out. Let's try to do it. without using the warp weapon. Yeah, just because I'd rather finish him once and for all. Well, we got him sort of in a pretty safe spot. And anything in here? Were there any, like... No? No rewards? Is there a reward that I'm missing here? Was there an artifact that somebody was carrying that, like, I should be noticing here? No? Not really. Well, that was cool, I guess. Nice little experience balloon, but... I don't know. Just sort of, you know, a little bit less climactic than I expected. Alright. Cool. Eat up. Let's see. I forgot we had that legendary deck of cards as well. We should use that at some point. I don't even know what it is. Should I identify that? I guess I should. Let's do it. Deck of summoning. Okay, that's pretty neat. I can summon some things. I like summoning things. It's nice to be able to summon things. We don't even have to get out the Rod of Clouds if we don't feel like it. We can just get out a Crusade if we need it. I'm not sure even what that does, but I guess I'll like to find out. Something about summoning allies, presumably. Or does it, like, convert people to your cause? It might be like a charming spell. In any case, oh, I see. I see what this is all about. All the doors are down here, so they force you to go through. That's pretty cool, then. It's like a gauntlet. It's like, oh, you thought you were ready for Zot? Well, face this. And we are more than ready for Zot. I mean, you only need 3 runes to get in here. We got, like, twice that. So, we definitely Zot ready. We could have won the game a while ago if we really felt like it. Fight up on these stairs. Yep. Cool. Alright, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These guys are really no trouble. What happened? We got hit with some sort of death curse. Come on, Tycoon. I can taste it. Getting back up to... I just want to join the Tycoon Club, you know. There's like a gentleman's club that they don't let you in unless you're actually, like, literally a tycoon, according to Gozag. Gozag doesn't let you in. There's like a magical golden door, you know, that sort of thing. Nice, devoured the electric golem. And if you're not a tycoon, no admission. It's like a billionaires club, but, you know, dungeon crawl equivalent. Nobody's a billionaire in dungeon crawl except possibly for Gozag himself. I don't know. I wonder what the highest amount of money ever accrued by anybody in this game is. I bet theoretically you could just keep going through Ziggs forever and just keep getting more and more money. I bet you could definitely turn a profit using Gozag. I mean, you could just get like so much money going through Ziggs. I wonder if we could go through Ziggy at this game. I mean, I definitely do want to cast Singularity. Okay. Draconians of the acidic variety, some sort of acid vault in here. It's a thing. If we can get a stab in that acid jelly, I'll be pretty happy about that. Should I go invisible, though? I feel like I should go invisible, and I'll get much better odds of being able to get the stab, considering that none of those Draconians are likely to wake up and ruin it. So we're invisible. Yeah. Stab. We'll hopefully get a few chain stabs. The jellies can see us, or at least that acid blob can. So I sort of want to get him, but I feel like it's more important not to waste turns and just come in and get as many of these stabs as we can. Stab. 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 We want to get the Q stab. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay, they all woke up. Well, too bad. You're all going to get confused pretty soon. And whatever. Yep, they're all going to kill each other. So this is fine. And let's back away out here. And wield the Rod of Clouds. And throwing a nice little surprise up for these guys. What do they got? Noxious, or Scorching Flame. That'll do it. Alright, Quick Blade time. Get up the buffs. And start tabbing at things. You're dead. You're devoured by reality. Acid Blob's the next thing I'm worried about. I'm still invisible, so all of these Draconians basically have no idea what's going on. I don't think the Acid Blobs are very effectively communicating what's going on. They're like, what is it, boy? What is it? Okay, we gotta kill that Acid Blob. We killed the Acid Blob. We did get a little bit corroded, but not like critically corroded. Get the Qs. We gotta get the Qs. Nice. Those guys are all just tortured dead in there. Those guys are just baking. Oh no, I became visible. That's not good. Well, I'd like to take care of this last Q. Once I take care of the last Q... Oh, so you think you're a shifter. You think you're a pretty good shifter. Well, do you know Gels Gravitas? Nothing seems to happen. All right, well, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, I'm a master level shifter, all right? Don't make fun of me. Gels Gravitas is a good spell. All right, you shifter. There's only room for one shifter around here. We are very corroded. Okay, that's danger. Our AC is only 5. We got to back out of here, right? Shroud falls apart. Back up, back up. There's the stairs over there. Let's get a chance to repair our equipment. I think we did what we had to do. I think that was pretty effective. Could have been better, but, you know, I mean, we killed most of the Qs. We killed all the acid blobs. We killed what we had to do. Here's a bunch of other guys. This also calls for invisibility, I think. Evoke invisible. Yep, a couple of Qs, a few more Ds than I'd like to deal with. Let's just throw up some confusion, too. And there we go. Yeah, no sense in taking down the summons. We want to take out the source of the summon. If you want to poison yourselves, too, that's fine by me. Yeah, you're just hastening the inevitable here. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So this is a kind of interesting Zot here. I don't know. This first floor had this big crazy vault here. The second floor had this big crazy acid vault here. I know they're sort of trying to make acid more mainstream in this game, and here's yet another example. 8 million yellow draconians. I think this thing has been around forever, though. I think I saw a forum post, somebody complaining about this very place. So maybe we're not the first people to encounter this horrific acid horror wastelands. How do they even get anything done with everything all corroded? It's like you go to use the stapler, and it's all, like, corroded through. Like, how do you expect to get any work done in those conditions? Alright, well, how about Rod of Shadows? Get a couple dudes up. Sure, yeah, why don't you go take care of that tentacled monstrosity over there for me. Yeah, more yellow guys. Don't want to get any more corroded than I have to. Alright, nice. Iron Control is being constricted. Oh no, we'll take care of it, man. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, you guys did it. Good for you. Rod of Shadows is just really good and getting better all the time. I feel like that alone is just making training evocations worth it. Like, that seems to scale really well. Rod of Clouds, too, of course. Airstrike, airstrike, airstrike a couple of times. We have our cold resistance, right? Not much of it. We would like to have more. But we'll get there. Maybe. Maybe we just need to find that next great artifact. Like the polar boots of giving me RC++. Named by the great wizard Polarion, master of ice magic. Yep, he crafted those boots because he thought it would be a cool thing to do, and then he left them around the dungeon for Harrigan to pick up 10,000 years later. That's the story, right? Oh no, we got corroded. Hopefully we can take care of this. We're trying... Oh, what happened? Oh no, it was a Zot trap. Curse you, Zot. Yeah, it makes sense that we would find that here in the realm of Zot, of course, but... Alright, blink, and then go up to the stairs. I feel like that's the thing to do. We are corroded badly. Fortunately, yeah, he's not going to be able to come upstairs with us. Would have been a good opportunity to use Dispersal, I guess, and possibly make it so that he would not have been able to come up with us. We haven't seen any Cure Mutation, have we? No. Here's the last stairs. I guess we might as well check this out. Those Zot summons will hopefully disappear in a second, although they might be permanent, knowing how stupid Zot is. Oh, we're getting badly corroded again, right? We would love it if you were to get confused and maybe die a little bit. What's wrong with you? Does he have some, like, sort of amazing armor or something? I don't know. Let's just hit him with a couple more airstrikes, because he can't corrode the air. There you go. Enchant weapon, don't need it. We got the best weapon ever. Maybe we could try to brand it a little bit more, but... Yep, you guys are confused. Confused and worthless. Come on, yeah, get him, get him. Alright, it's a little bit tougher to get these stabs than I anticipated. But we got it. They can't run forever. I mean, this is the reason why I'm working up my short blades and my stealth still.
I don't really know if I really understand the stabbing mechanics. I think I actually read that they changed the stabbing mechanics, so I don't really know if I understand it at all. But if I understand it correctly, training up my short blade skills and my stealth skill will help me get better stabs, which is the main reason why you want to do a short blade most of the time. Oh, there's aqua plants in there, and they're guarding the stairs again. This is cruel. Are you seeing this? Zot 1, Zot 2, they're all like gated. Just to get into Zot 0, you have to give the 3 runes, and then Zot 1, you gotta fight all those jerks in the Coliseum. Zot 2, you gotta fight all these acid creatures. Zot 3, I don't know, you gotta like run around blindfolded through like a relay race or something. I don't know, man, this is crazy. They're really making us run the gamut here to get through Zot, but I respect that. Okay, yeah, alright, I know. Aqua plants are theoretically unsafe for traveling. But I think we'll figure it out. They can't see invisible, right? Yeah, they can't see invisible, so I think that's part of one of the classic ways that you can deal with aqua plants. Right. So this is crazy. I mean, good on... I mean, I guess if you want to make acid relevant, this means you have to be able to have some sort of corrosion resistance to win the game, probably. Going through here without corrosion resistance would probably be pretty painful. You'd have to do it pretty cautiously. Alright, so what we're going to do is use... going invisible, I guess. Invisible. Yes. How many aqua plants are there? Not many. Good. Took them out. Those jellies didn't even notice us, even though we were just wandering around. Yeah, I mean, they can see invisible, they just didn't notice us. Whoa! What is it? An orb of fire. You saw that in orb of fire, alright. I don't like that at all. Let's go back away. There's an orb of fire. Where is it? It's down there. No way we get the stab on an orb of fire. No way, right? What we need to do is take one step to the left. Put on our Amulet of Resist Mutation. Slurping noise. Oh no, the slime's raiding my treasure. All this corrosion stuff. Yeah, that's a side effect there. Back up here. Alright, we're going to get the stab. We're going to get a stab. Oh no, we don't want to have Quick Blade of Flaming. Let's try to get Distortion. Okay, Orb of Fire. We're going to get you with the stab. It's going to be so satisfying. One step. Come on, another step. One more step. Okay, this is going to be a stab. I hope this works. Nice. Ding. Got him 5 exclamation point stab on the Orb of Fire. That's the way you deal with Orbs of Fire. Oh, man, really cool. I don't even know how many stabs on Orbs of Fire we got with our Augustine game. I think it was not many, if I remember it. I think there might have been one, because I did, like, drop one video from my Augustine game. I remember that much. Death Drakes. It's these collar folk over here. Yeah, these guys are causing problems. I guess we could get out the Rotted Clouds here. Standing in the Death Cloud. I don't like that. Yeah, he's breathing other clouds. It's making it more difficult for the Rotted Clouds to do its business. But I think if we aim it up here, we can get the guy that we're interested in. Let's do that. Roaring Flames. Well, it's not the best. Get out the Quick Blade of Flaming. It's not distorted anymore. But that's okay. What do we do here? Put down the Confusing Cloud. Some other things happen. Let's phase shift. Try to kill you. Okay, good. Now we get the collar. Where's the collar? That's the collar. Yeah, you should die right away. You're done. I could go invisible again, I realize, but I am pretty hungry, and I don't think it's really necessary. And... well, what was the other thing? Oh, we gotta kill this guy. There we go, and everybody disappears. I don't want to get super contaminated either. You don't want to go invisible like twice in a row if you can avoid it while you're contaminated. It actually does a fair amount of contamination. Chain invisibility is not really a thing. Green Draconian, yeah, one more airstrike, take him out. That's good. Alright, bread ration, eat him up. Back up, ready to go. Heal up on the run, that's how confident I am that we've cleared out most of this place. I guess there's still some more gold over there, I can see it. Let's go get it. Hopefully those jellies don't get to it first and eat it. Like barbarians, you should be able to bribe the slime pits just by giving it to them as food. Oh no, there's still more. There's more acid. Oh no, and a car alarm going on upstairs. And it looks like there's something else crazy going on in here. Oh no, the car alarm. Why don't you stop that? Alright. This is just giving more of a sense of danger and import. It's a soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. We should go invisible, maybe? Go invisible. Alright, if I have to stop the video, I will. If this goes on for longer than like a couple minutes, I'll just stop the video, because I'm sure this gets to be annoying. Oh! No. I thought it was going to stop, but it didn't. Ancient Lich. So what do we do about that? Something. We still got the 2 thrown nets. Alright, it stopped. It stopped because it was a dramatic pause. You know, I mean, the Ancient Lich comes in and it's like, poof, the music cuts out. That's how you know stuff's going to get really real just now. Ancient Lich considered to be very dangerous. He can summon fiends and whatnot. I guess we could theoretically just try to hit him with a throw net again, because that worked really well last time. I think I could try to go and get the Rod of Shadows. I don't know. I sort of want to get him before he does any fiend business, but it's like if I get too close, he could also throw iron shots and, you know, crystal spears and stuff at me. But I feel like my best strategy is just to sort of rush him here. I barely resist. What are you doing? Bolt to acid. I get it, but yeah, can you resist a net? Nobody can resist a net. Don't teach you that in Lich school. See? So, Harrigan, you were so prideful. You escaped death itself, but you cannot escape a physical, literal net. Okay, how about a couple airstrikes? Oh, and they're coming from both directions. I don't want to fight a two-front war here. Something smites me. It's that Draconian over there. Okay, so this calls for a little bit more. We can go invisible, right? We can go invisible, and yeah, that guy's going to be able to see us because he's an electric golem of some kind. But oh, it's a ghost moth. He can't see invisible somehow. Okay, I'm glad we got our sort of semi-revenge on a ghost moth there. Very ironic that ghost moths are permanently invisible and yet themselves cannot see invisible. Sort of seems like it would lead to difficulties, right? Like, you know, what you have to wonder what are the logistics of mating, for example, and communication. Like, how do ghost moths reproduce? Some sort of complicated interdimensional thing involving ambrosia, I'm sure, but we got 2 electric golems here. Glad I got my Stytex. Guess this means Rod of Shadows, Rod of Clouds. Let's go Rod of Shadows, Rod of Clouds to start with. Maybe blast him with some poison. That was about the least useful thing you could have done. So let's get out the Rod of Shadows now and try that one. Back up here. Get out some ugly things. Nice, some green ugly things. So at least they won't be poisoned if they sort of wander in there. That's cool. I feel like those guys will get the job done. Yeah, why don't you guys just work on that mess for a while? I'll just cast some buffs for a minute. Yeah, we got this. Golden Dragon, blink it away. You blink down there. Can you guys take out these electric golems or whatever? I don't care that much. Yeah, you guys just die or whatever. I don't care. Can you die? Let's get a HaAr Blade. Okay. This is a little dangerous. Yeah, we still have HaAr Blade on. Electric Golem here. But I mean, I'd like to be able to hit this electric golem. That's the thing. And a storm dragon. So is this like an electricity thing? Yellow draconians, more acid, more electricity. I was actually thinking that the other day that acid resistance in this game is sort of seeming like they're moving it towards being sort of a complement to electrical resistance. Like it's a resistance that you just need 1 pip in, and it does a lot of damage unless you have it. Like now, corrosion resistance, it's a certain monsters have a corrosion threat, and if you don't have that 1 pip, you're done. Same with electrical resistance, basically. So it's an interesting compliment there. I wonder if that was semi-intentional to bring balance, but maybe not. So get our deflect missiles up. And should we go invisible or berserk? We could always go berserk. I mean, let's remember that we have that option. They're just disappearing or whatever. They probably remember where we are. There's an electric golem there. Can I like get you? Can I hit you with airstrike a couple of times? Is that gonna do anything? Let's just try to like get him with like airstrike, and I'll use HaAr Blade and just hit him a couple of times. Maybe I can destroy him before he blinks away. I don't really care if we never see him again, honestly. Yeah, if you get destroyed or whatever, I just don't care. I think he escaped. I don't really care. What's going on up here? I think a lot of the guys poured out already. This is pretty cool, though. Some sort of iron temple in here. Is this the temple to Okawaru, perhaps? Iron dragons cannot be deterred by poison, I believe. Yeah, but they can't avoid gravity. Yep, all that mass working against them. Yellow Draconian, don't corrode me. Why don't you not corrode me? Is that something you could avoid doing, maybe? Yeah, you could just get confused at any time. Would be fine. Oh, no. Ugh. Yellow Draconian should not be able to be confused. Do they have a resistance? Alright, let's just put up the buffs. Kill him. Alright, you're dead. You're dead. Alright, we get the Sure Blade. Haven't used Sure Blade in a long time, but I think that's the thing to hit these electric golems. They're really tough to hit. Potion of Ambrosia and a meat ration. Well, let's just eat the meat ration, I guess, or something. Yeah, we'll eat that bread ration. We've almost cleared out an inventory slot here. Potions of Fog. Identify, whatever. There's some interesting stuff in here. We don't need that. Okay, I guess that place was kind of interesting. Whatever, it's just more stuff to fight. That's what we're all about, right? Isn't that ultimately the reason we're playing this game? Is because we like to hunt down and kill monsters? I mean, all this stuff with the Orb of Zot is just a pretense, right? This is just a way for us to release our violent urges. Really hit the tab button, you know, as hard as I can, you know? I mean, it represents my Neolithic urges of hunter-gatherer instincts. Sometimes I get a sore pinky playing this game because I have to reach over and press tab so much. Sometimes I have to, like, press the tab with another finger, which is a little bit unnatural to me, but it's like it just saves me from getting wrist strain. I know it's pretty savage, right? I'm sure my hunter-gatherer ancestors could sympathize. Okay, yeah, you can die. Die, or whatever, just die. Yeah, airstrike or whatever, and die. Yeah, fine, go to the abyss. Nobody likes you, go to the abyss. Electric golem, what does that even mean? You can't make a golem out of electrons. Doesn't make any sense. Alright. Okay. I've really had enough of you, Electric Golem. Now I do care that you die. I really wish that you would die immediately. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you really soon. There you go. He's dead. Any more? Any more takers? Golden Dragon. I knew. There's more. Got him. Go to the abyss. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Straight to the abyss with you. Yep. Still got my warp weapon. Yep, you too. Everybody. Everybody can go to the abyss. It's a place to be. It's going to be a draconian party in there. They're going to be confused at first, but then they're going to see a bunch of other draconians popping out of nowhere. They'll figure it out. They'll start a new draconian society in the abyss. Zot is mine. The realm of Zot is mine. A little unfair, I thought, that the draconians were the ones in charge of Zot. You know, it sort of seems to suggest that maybe the draconians are like the master race. If they're the ones guarding the Orb of Zot, doesn't it seem that way? I don't know. I always felt that was a little implicitly racist about this game. So I'm gonna come and wipe the smug grins off their faces. They think they're the best. Well, I'm here to disagree. Dragons got nothing. It's all about halflings. Age of Dragons is over. The Age of Halflings is here. I almost confirmed tycoon status. Done exploring. All right, let's keep going. I think this video is probably going to run a little long, but I'd rather just finish off Zot right now. Nice, that was pretty cool. One poke and he's gone. Rest up, Storm Dragon. Whoa, what'd I do? Okay, I hope that didn't show up in the video. I accidentally pressed the Windows button, and it tabbed back to the weird Windows 8 desktop. You know that what I'm talking about. That weird Windows 8 desktop that I never use. Microsoft wants me to use it, I'm sure, but I think they've given up by now. They let me just use the regular desktop as much as they want. I'm sure it's cool if you're used to it, but it's like, you know, I've grown up on Windows 95 and such. I can't give up this sort of classic style. I just feel like the Windows 8 desktop does not offer me anything that I would really want, if I'm going to be honest. So there you go, criticism of Microsoft. Microsoft representatives, if you're listening to this, I don't particularly care for the Windows 8 desktop. I never use it. So I'm sorry if you're the person who designed it. I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. All right, I sort of was thinking about stopping and breaking this up into 2 videos, but I want to just continue and finish up HaAr right now. Honestly, my real motivation is that I want to get back up to being a tycoon. Are we a tycoon right now? No, not yet. We got to be a tycoon. Get into the tycoon club. They're having shrimp there right now with the, horseradish sauce. And if we don't get there, it's not going to be fresh, and then we're not going to be happy about that. Oh, wait, was it only one of the down staircases that was in the acid vault? Did we have other options? We really seriously did have other options. Although, wait, another one of them was back here in this crazy vault over here. Was that the iron vault? So, yeah, they really don't give you a lot of choices. It's sort of a rock and a hard place here. Pick your poison. Acid is definitely the worst of the 2 poisons, I would say. Where's the 3rd stairs? There's 2 in there. Okay, so there's 2 in that temple or 1 in the acid vault. All right, so we want to get back up to being a tycoon, eat the shrimp. I'll be right back, though, because I got to refill my water. Seriously, my throat's drying up a little bit. Ah, delicious. Gotta stay hydrated, man. It's the only way to be. Body's made out of like 99% water or whatever. If you're a jellyfish or a watermelon. Eat a last bread ration. That's delicious, though. And now we'll just be able to go all meat for Carnival or something like that. Get our buff up again. I would love if we found a deflect missile. I don't know. Halfway tempted to just try to fund another bookshop or something. Although hopefully we'll find it somewhere. We got some other spells to learn in the Akashic Record, so we definitely have no shortage of spells to learn. Let's go downstairs. HaAr 3 looking a little blue. Okay. Get tabs on these guys, no problem. Distracted by the gold, whatever, that's semi-helpful. Not going to complain about that. Okay, nice. Phase out, that's pretty cool. How about, what do I do against you? How about I just disperse you? Yeah, and what's the, I don't like that. Let's get spells. There's D for Shroud of Galubria, but I never cast it on that. What can I put for dispersal? Let's just put it on capital D. It's a relatively high level spell. There we go. Okay, and now we can cast, what are we going to do? I don't know, Shadows. Emperor Scorpion, go get him. I think you can take that guy. You got this, right? I'll cast Airstrike from the back a couple of times. Got him. Good work. Good work, buddy. You know, it gives you a certain sense of sympathy for all these monsters that you've hated throughout the whole game. You know, you go through the spider and it's like, oh, Emperor Scorpions. Oh no, I gotta fight Emperor Scorpions. How annoying. It's the worst thing you can fight. Now you get one on your side later and it's like, God, these guys ain't so bad. Never saw it that way before. Never saw it from their perspective. It's like an Atticus Finch type moment here. Golden Dragon here needs to die one way or the other. How about just standard buffs and then maybe you can disappear. We got him. Do various gravitational warpings. Oh, this guy got us. So what do we do? I guess more Rod of Shadows. I really just like Rod of Shadows as a distraction against these guys. Yeah, Fire Giant versus Tentacle Monstrosity. Seems like the Tentacle Monstrosity has the advantage, but when I do airstrikes as well, then it balances out. Seems like you can get a cool variety from the Rod of Clouds too. Or the Rod of Shadows. That's half the reason why I like it. It's just because you never know what you're going to get. Probably something cool, possibly something useful. And you can cast it a couple of times, take a couple of shakes, and see what comes out. Okay, Ice Dragon does not get confused that way. It's okay. Cool. Tentacle Monstrosity, what do you think? Stab, stab, stabby, stab? I'm sure they can see invisible because they can just do everything. Tentacle Monstrosities are just annoying. Just big blobs of annoying tentacles. Up to Tycoon! Tycoon! Dude, yes, we're in. It's shrimp for us. We're eating shrimp tonight. Gozag needs an ability. There should be an ability that's like go to the VIP lounge. That just costs like $10,000, and you just go up and you can just chill for a minute. It could be a life saving. That would be a pretty cool life saving option. In the same way that Zin has his sanctuary, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, Lugona, you can go to the abyss. That'd be pretty awesome. You just step into the VIP lounge for a minute. You can eat all the shrimp, heals up your HP, and when you're ready, you can go back and fight whatever battle you were gonna fight. But it costs a bunch of money. That'd be a pretty cool addition, right? Gozag needs something. Gozag needs something to spice him up a little bit, because I really don't feel like he's the best god ever. I was saying that in one of the comments, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't even feel like there's a power boost at all. It feels like it's a liability sometimes. It's more of a conduct. Yeah, he's going to suck away all of our MP, but at this point in the game, we don't care. Once we can see him, we're fine. Ghost moths are a lot less terrifying once you can see them. Alright, then you realize it's just a moth, and you're like, oh, that's what I was scared of? A moth? Why is my intelligence only 25? Because I'm still wearing the amulet of resist mutation. I should probably put on my good amulet. Let's definitely be more aware of that in the future. Take more frequent glances into my inventory or off to my stats. Make sure that I'm doing things properly. Got all the right equipment on. Could have gotten hit by an ice dragon or something and lost a lot of HP, and I probably did at some point. Alright, Zot 3 complete. Zot 3 was relatively straightforward. Honestly, no crazy vaults or trials or anything like that we had to surpass in order to get down here. Yeah, maybe we next have to do the Indiana Jones thing. We have to step on all the letters, That's probably Zot 4. And of course, we'll save Zot 5 for the end, because that is my custom. Don't necessarily like to do Zot 5, because that's just such a nice little end to the game. You don't want to spoil it. Drop that. Have we seen a great sling yet? They still have one great sling for sale in Vault. And we could buy that, but it's like, I'm sort of done with slings. I think we made that decision. We left it behind in favor of magic. And I'm okay with that. You don't want to be using slings your whole life. It's okay when you're a young man and use slings to take things down, but now that we're a little bit older and wiser, it's bad for your rotator cuff. It wears you down, I mean, the professional slingers, they retire before age 40. So, now that we're going to be a more high-level, advanced wizardly type, we need to start thinking with our mind. Use our wisdom a little bit more and use our magic for airstrike and things like that. So let's stop picking up... What did I say I was going to pick up? Enchant weapon. We don't need any more enchant weapon, I don't think. No more enchant weapon. Enchant armor? I don't know. I guess we might find a use for it, but we'll at least consider it. Rune Morningstar. Now, a whole bunch of gold in here. This is looking like it's going to be something exciting. Flaming Quick Blade works relatively well. Yeah, look at this. A whole bunch of gold in here. This has got to be something. Giants. Is this like the giants of the 4 elements here? Fire giant, stone giant, frost giant, and a titan maybe. And then the dragons too. Okay, well this is a thing, isn't it? I guess we gotta just get out of here. There's an escape route up here. Let's do that. What's going on here? Steam? This is a little crazy. And of course, yeah, this is the 3 staircases leading down are all... Oh, I got trampled? Oh, well, that's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and use... what did I decide? Capital D for dispersal. And now I'll step down here again. Ancient Lich coming around here. Alright, so this place is legitimately dangerous. So, okay, they eased off on Zot 3 just to lull you into a little false sense of security. But no, to get down to Zot 5, Zot 4 is not letting you off easy. Ugh, we blinked away. Alright, let's go back down to that stairs. Different stairs, I guess. Might as well explore the rest of this place first. Let them disperse for a second. Maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. Okay. Cursed Toes coming around. Time for Rod of Shadows. Yeah, okay, a whole bunch of elves. Can you guys deal with that? Why don't you at least step next to this fungus and absorb that? And yeah, why don't you smite him a little bit? And I'll airstrike him a little bit, and he's just not going to know what hit him. Okay, I don't want to be next to these weird mushrooms, because I don't really know what they do, to be honest. I think with negative energy resistance, it's somewhat okay. We were getting tormented or something, but it's like, Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah. Can we just, like, make sure that this guy dies real quick? Okay, Kirsto almost dead. Just like another airstrike or two. Almost destroyed. Okay, cool. That Deep Elf Priest is working to clear away some of the fungus with his anti-summoning magic. I actually appreciate that a lot. That's about the most useful thing you could have done. And he's smiting the death caps. That's not very helpful. Stop smiting the death caps. You're just confusing him. Death cap drawn from the life force here, but he's summoned some of those guys. Interesting. Okay, are you really going to die pretty soon? I really wish you would die one more day. I mean, he said almost dead for so long. How many airstrikes does it take to go from almost dead to being completely dead? Got him, finally. Okay. Those Kirstos don't mess around. I really don't like that very much. No. Okay, get out the quick blade again. Good. Okay, yep. Take out all of these crazy fools in here. This is just like Zot Ultimate Showdown in here. It seems like almost as bad as Zot 5. I don't know, this is crazy. Zot is supposed to be, whoa, Ancient Lich. I guess we'll try Rod of Clouds. I don't know what is likely to work. Negative energy, that's probably going to heal an Ancient Lich. Oh no. Okay, well that's fine. Let's just get up standard buffs and try to, like, yeah, teleport away this Lich or whatever. I could throw a net on him. Let's throw a net on him. Seems to be a hilarious thing to do against Liches. He shoots a corrosive bolt at us or something, but it sort of missed. You're almost destroyed. Let's try to get an airstrike maybe. Nice, got him. Worked out. You want to step into this negative energy stuff, or not really? I guess not, probably. Right? You don't have to. I'll come in and get you. Don't worry. It's cool. He's coming. Good on you. I respect your initiative. But unfortunately, it doesn't do anything. I imagine this negative energy cloud. Do you remember that scene from the end of Disney's Hercules? 1996 movie Hercules, where Hercules has to, like, dive into, like, that portal of death in Hades in order to rescue, like, the lost soul. And, you know, as he dives through, like, he's just getting older and older. Like, it's like the very essence of death, like, wearing away at his flesh and his soul. He's just sort of, like, aging extremely rapidly. It's pretty scary. Like, I thought that was pretty spooky to see when I was younger. So that's what I imagine that Draconian just went through right now. Just seeing his life just draining away before him prematurely until he finally just dies of old age and exhaustion before my feet. It's pretty brutal, honestly. Now that I say it, I'm a little bit, you know, I feel a little bit bad. Harrigan doesn't usually dip into that. But hey, we were just using the Rod of Clouds, all right? We didn't enchant up that Rod of Clouds. Some evil guy must have put that spell in the Rod of Clouds. You know, we didn't write the rules. We just cast it. You know, we just evoke it. And most of the time, something much more benevolent like fire or acidic fog. Although being inside acidic fog sounds pretty terrifying too, or poison gas. That's like World War I stuff right there. That's just a regular Lich. Can we just, like, get some friends of our own? I don't like the fact that he has a Spellforged Servitor. But yeah, let's just get, like, oh, really? A Flayed Ghosts? That's the best you can do? Okay, and now we'll just get out of... I think we can take just a regular Lich, right? Especially with our pals. We just got plenty of pals. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's got pals. Just take care of them. Destroyed the Lich, perfect. What are we going to do against these guys? I'm going to throw up some, yeah, confusion gas up there. Maybe confuse that dragon or that titan. Would be a pretty neat thing to do. I don't want to wander too much further in there. Oh, and here comes... Oh, we're constricted, so I'd rather just blink at this point. Throw up confusion gas here, because these guys are not going to like that. And what else? Titan died. That was good. My Yaktor captain doing good work there. Great work. I'm impressed. I really was not expecting him to do anything. I sort of forgot he was still summoned. Makes me want to get up even more Rod of Shadows here. Nah, it's not charged enough. I could do a Rod of Clouds thing if I wanted to, but let's just go Distortion, and we can clear out some of this. Even if I get constricted, he's going to be gone pretty soon. Oh, well, we're going to leave anyway. Cool. Cool. No problem. Yep. Go to the Abyss. Go into the Abyss. Everybody likes to go to the Abyss. Fun for all ages. A lot of fear, which has never really helped us. I never used any fear in this game. Okay, well, let's not be hasty here. Yeah, we don't need to be throwing hellfire around here. You know, let's not do anything that we're going to regret. Yeah, like that, destroying yourself with hellfire, that was pretty vengeful. You know, it seems like he's got a pretty poor sense of self-preservation there. What do you got? A shifter? Oh, these shifter pretenders. These guys think they're so much better than me because they can blink around. You think you're smart because you know controlled blink, right? He doesn't know controlled blink. He just knows weird stuff. Blink away is basically dispersion, so we know that too. Yeah, it's pretty smart. It was a good pickup, right? All of a sudden I feel myself agreeing with the Draconian shifter on his wise choice in spells. But he doesn't know warp weapon. What is that? A crazy shifter? Do you see that guy shift 3 times in a row? Never seen a shifter shift quite so aggressively. Yeah, I'd rather you didn't drain my brain, though. Okay, we got him. That was like a mega shifter. That guy was like a nuclear shifter. Okay. Yeah, these guys, well, at least we can get the Sphinx. Alright, this is going to be okay. It's going to be okay after all. I wasn't really worried at any point. It just is a lot of people. But it's not like we have any reason to fight them all at once. It's not like a ziggurat where you sort of are trapped. We got tons of space. Nothing here confining us. Cool. Alright, yeah. Rod of Shadows one more time just to deal with that. There's stuff going on up here. Unseen Horror is pretty hilarious, and a Frost Giant, sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure that tentacled horror up there is dealt with. Tentacled monstrosity, get out of there. Cool, take him out, take him out, take him out. More confusion, please. Take him out. Blink away. And more Rod of Shadows. I don't know, I can't use it again. I guess I'll just back off here. Use a Distortion Blade and get this monstrosity off our back. We're going to get constricted, but he's going to get dead. Rule number 1, don't constrict anything that can kill you. It's like if you're a ball python or something, don't eat something that's going to burst out of your stomach 2 seconds later. So for any ball pythons in the audience, hope you appreciate that useful advice. Of course, I'm sure you knew that by instinct. It happens anyway, I'm sure, sometimes, you know, and I'm sure that's actually very dangerous for the snake. I know it's very metabolically costly to consume food in the first place, and then if you have to, like, vomit it out, you know, that could be like a whole week's worth of investment or month's worth of investment. That's a lot of calories lost for a poor little snake. So I feel bad for a snake. If it loses a meal, it could be its last. Nice. Alright, that's fast, satisfying, being able to sneak up and get stabbed in that cursed toe after having so much trouble with them a moment ago. Alright, here's some more minor dragons on the perimeter. I think we got this. Just tap them. Yeah, fire dragons are pretty basic at this point. File floods, we want a file floods. What are we going to drop instead? What do we never, ever, ever use? Good question. Potion restore ability. This is... We never use that legendary deck. Bread rations. Let's just eat a bread ration, eat another bread ration, and then drop that bread ration, and then we'll take a file of floods. It's really a temporary solution. Okay, a bunch of draconians over there. This definitely calls for an invisibility. Maybe we can get it. Okay, it wasn't as many as I thought. It looked like there were going to be a lot more. But still, I'm glad I got them the way we did. And cool, okay, Tentacle Monstrosity. Just get up the Distortion Blade. And kill him. There you go. Go to the Abyss. You're in the Abyss. And you're dead. And so are you. And you're stabbed. That's great. Get another Cursed Toe. Alright, dealing with all these super dangerous monsters. We just got the Orb of Fire, taking out a couple of Cursed Toes now. Yeah, this perimeter here. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of interesting. I like these concentric style rings. Look at that. That's really cool. And yeah, the way down to the final floor is down through here. That's pretty crazy. I mean, whoever built this place, if it was built at all, I mean, it could have just sort of formed from like the natural chakras of the universe or something. I don't know. I'm no expert on zootology. I'm just a halfling who's looking to get an orb. Gozag told me to go do it. He said it would be good for business. You can sell it for $10 billion. Okay, Crooked Jeweled Staff, but no. And what was that book? Oh, just a book on summonings. That explains why we didn't even give it a second glance, I guess. No summonings required for us. It's good, you know, it's kind of cool to go for a summoning / stabber character. It's certainly a very viable thing to try. Our summoning aptitude is really bad, though, as a halfling, so it sort of discourages you from doing that. We're basically we're doing what the halfling is good at right now. So, I mean, this is probably a relatively standard halfling style build. But to be honest, it's fun. I never really cast a lot of these spells before. You know, I never cast Warp Weapon. I've used Weapons of Distortion, of course. I know how powerful Weapons of Distortion can be. But, you know, it's just a cool new spell to try. Gel's Gravitas, I'm glad we tried it at least. Yeah, maybe they need to work on the power level of some of this new stuff. You know, they were adding it, they were afraid of it being dominantly powerful, so they made Gel's Gravitas not very powerful. They made Gozag not very powerful. We'll have to give Rue a try and see how that goes. But, yeah, I wonder how the other spells are as well. Like, for example, that armor, necromancy armor spell, Sigatuvi's Embrace or whatever. Or that, there's a new irradiation style spell, I think, which malmutates your enemies, which could be very satisfying to try. I believe it's a transmutation spell, transmutation in hexes as well. I do, yeah, I mean, I wonder if Gel's Gravitas is better. Oh, are you vulnerable to poison? Probably. I bet he can be confused. He's blinking around a whole bunch anyway. Let's just make sure that we use our distortion weapon against him, I guess. Distracted by gold. Clowns are very greedy, if I know anything about clowns. They also love getting banished to the abyss. It's a secondary characteristic of clowns. You too, Mr. Shadow Dragon. Everybody loves the abyss. I mean, that's just a tautology. Everybody loves the abyss. Yeah, you too, Purple Draconian. It's your lucky day. How about you, Tentacle Monstrosity? Care to join him? Nah, I just teleported away before we could join the fun. Alright, we're done exploring. I'm sure there's a bunch of stragglers around here, you know, who we used our quick-weighted distortion against. Maybe we should go and try to take them out a little bit more. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. I just don't want to be running up with the Orbazat later and then have to deal with that. Maybe if we come back and up and down a couple of times, we'll find who's missing. But I don't think it's going to be a real issue. We obviously cleared out most of it to the point where the game thinks that we're done exploring. So that's great. And yeah, we're not going to explore Zot 5. That's the last thing to do. Here's one of them. Get him. Yeah, because, you know, that would just be anticlimactic otherwise. You got to go to the bottom of Zot 5, collect your prize, and then come right back up. It would be pretty weird just go down and look at it for a minute and then be like, yeah, I'm coming back for you later, if that's supposed to be a grand prize, you know. And Zot 5 is legitimately tough. I know, the Tengu game, you know, crawl the Tengu game. I will never forget about that, and I will never live down that humiliation. But that's a fate that we will seek to avoid. And, yep, comfortably back in Tycoon status, done with Zot. Just feeling generally really good about our status. We've got 3 more spell levels. We could go Uncontrolled Blink or something like that if we were to forget a spell like Gel's Gravitas, honestly. Or whatever. But we'll make those kinds of decisions next time. This video's gone on long enough. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.